Goodbye to the mainstream media. They're dwindling away. Nobody believes them anymore, and I wonder why. Thanks for watching Real News Tucson.
Are you going to be voting in the election coming up here?
Yep.
All right. And can I ask you who you're voting for?
John McCain.
John McCain. And can you tell me why?
I like his views on the economy more than Barack Obama. I consider myself much more fiscally conservative in my views, and I really agree with John McCain on those aspects more than Barack Obama.
Okay. What would you think the presidential candidates should be talking about?
I think they should talk about the economy is probably the most important because it affects everybody in every aspect of their life. I think other things like the war and just the social conflicts like abortion or stem cell research, I think those are really much less, they're below the economy in my opinion, just because the economy affects everybody down from like the richest people to the poorest people it affects everybody no matter who you are. You have to pay for things, and so the economy affects everything, and everything else is really second to that in my opinion.
Okay. Well, you hear a lot of talk about the economy?
Some, but I don't think enough. I don't think they're specific enough on what they want to do. They don't talk, both of them don't talk specifically enough about what they want to do.
Lindsay, and you're going to be voting in the upcoming election?
I sure am. Yeah.
All right, and who, may I ask, are you voting for?
I'm going to vote for Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
Yeah, surprisingly, on a college campus.
That's not that surprising.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what out of all the changes he's going to make, what change do you like the most about Barack Obama?
You know, that's a really good question, and it's kind of hard to answer because the word change is so ubiquitous in this election, but I'm actually really proud of Joe Biden for writing and supporting the what is it called, Violence Against Women Act, because I'm a sexual assault crisis counselor.
Okay.
And also education reform is really important too, which all of us should be aware of on this college campus. And I really like Obama's reforms on that, you know, supporting charter schools, all that kind of stuff, and healthcare, really into healthcare for everyone. So.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, and anything else you'd like to say about the election? Or
I would hope that people, you know, take the high ground on the election regardless, you know, about Palin and all that kind of stuff. I just hope that everybody, you know, focuses on the issues, and I'm looking forward to the debates. The debates will be good, yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of Ron Paul?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm not a libertarian. No,
no.
I've studied the issues, and I feel like I'm pretty aware of what's going on, and I'm into government, you know, helping out if they can, and super small government or non-existent government isn't something I'm really into personally. But, you know, hey, it's good to have a choice. So.
Okay. Well, you go to the U of A, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Okay, and you're going to be voting in the upcoming election?
Yeah.
Okay, and who are you going to be voting for?
John McCain.
John McCain, and can you tell me why?
Just because my dad's actually an elected Republican official.
Okay.
That has a lot to do with it, and like I've seen what he chooses as his political beliefs, and I agree with them to a point. And like I just think that Obama doesn't have enough experience in the White House to change the corruption that's been going on, and he doesn't know enough people the way John McCain is. And Obama's comment about Sarah Palin really kind of upset me. And I also think that Obama just like lacks experience, and I think it does kind of make me nervous that there are still so many closed-minded people that there might be an attack against Obama, and I think that's awful, but it's a truism.
Yeah.
It sucks, but that's America.
Yes, this is true. And yourself?
I'm kind of torn right now. I'm leaning more towards Obama right now just because I'm not a fan of Sarah, and I just don't think she has that much experience from what I've seen on the news.
Yeah.
And I think Obama seems like he's gonna try to make a lot of changes, which is really good.
Do you know what change in particular do you know that you like the most about Obama? What change is his biggest one for you?
Well, I don't really agree with the war right now, so I kind of like.
Okay, and do you know Obama's, his point on the war, what he's going to do? Do you know what he said about it?
I can't remember it.
You know,
I was watching McCain on the news last night, so that's what's in my head right now.
Yeah.
But it's hard because they both have things that I like about them and things that I don't, and they're both really good candidates, so
Okay.
Yeah, they're both good
It's gonna
candidates
be
for
a,
once.
it's gonna be a hard decision. It seems like it's gonna be a close election too, because everyone likes both candidates.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think is the most important issue they ought to be talking about, whether or not they are? What is the most important issue for you guys? What do you think?
Big Brother.
Big Brother, okay. And are they addressing that? Is any candidate addressing that?
I think Obama is addressing it in the way that I don't approve of. Like, he's gonna, like, I understand that we need healthcare changes, but I think the fact that he's forcing people, like, if he wants to enforce, I just want less laws instead of more of them.
Yeah, correct, yeah. You've heard of Ron Paul, I assume.
Yeah, I really support Ron Paul, but he'll never get elected.
Well, it's kind of hard right now, especially.
Yeah.
It's because of the system and the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
anything else
But
you'd
I'm
like
a real
to say
Republican.
about the?
My
Yeah.
only reason for not liking McCain right now is I'm really pro-choice, and
That'll never get changed.
yeah,
There'd be a
Sarah
revolution.
I
It'd be
saw
Vietnam.
she like supports like people having kids when they're like if they're raped, having like actually having the child, and I don't really think
You
that's
think-
right.
I think we're a lot better off than Bush and Kerry.
That's not.
I
saying
think
a
at
whole
least
lot.
people like things about both presidents instead of picking which one they hate less,
Yeah.
as opposed to last election.
Yeah.
Obama.
Barack Obama. Okay. And can you tell me what it is? Why you're going to vote for Barack Obama?
Because I don't want 8 more years of the same policies. And John McCain voted 90% with George W. Bush, and we are in 2 wars. The economy's in the toilet. I can't get a full-time job here, and I think that I haven't heard a plan from McCain to change this.
Are you a student here at the U of A?
I'm a part-time student. I'm an adjunct teacher at Pima Community College.
Excellent. And you're going to be voting in the upcoming election?
Yeah.
Yeah. And can I ask you who you're voting for?
I'm not really sure yet, but probably Obama.
Probably Obama.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not. There's not a lot of choices right now, are there?
No, they're not.
And what issues do you think they ought to be talking about in a presidential election?
Probably alternative energy,
Yeah.
getting us off gasoline and oil.
Yeah.
And,
They talking about that?
I mean, yeah, they are. They're both trying to put in big packages for it, but, I mean, I'd rather trust a Democrat on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you can say about the election?
Yeah, I'd like to hear more about what they're going to do to support Israel
Yeah.
and what they're going to do about Iran also,
Yeah.
because that could be the next big problem.
What do you think they ought to do about Iran? I mean, are you worried about Iran as a threat?
Yeah, I'm worried about them as a threat towards Israel for sure.
You have ties to Israel, or you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Gotcha.
that's pretty much it, I guess.
Are you going to be voting in the upcoming election?
I will be.
Okay. And can I ask you who you're voting for?
I'm not 100% positive yet. I don't really like the Democrats or the Republicans.
Okay.
I'm going to go with, I was a Ron Paul supporter for a long time,
Okay.
and still am, but he's not running, so I couldn't tell you yet who I'm going to vote for. I might write him in, actually.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
option. A good option, definitely.
so.
What are they supposed to be talking about in an election? What do you
Supposed to
think?
be talking about real things that affect every person, not just the big scheme of things and all kinds of random stuff that nobody really cares about. I like to hear about personal stuff, like what's going to really affect my life, what's going to change things around here, like us losing $20 million or whatever it was in the budget for this school and things like that. Talk about education, talk about the kids. That's what I care about the future generations.
Yeah.
And I don't see him talking about that very much, so
Exactly.
that's what I like to hear.
Well, thank you very much,
Yeah.
and good luck on who to vote for.
Thank you.
After my first interview with the police, immediately he says, "Come on over here," and the first thing he says is, "Please shut your camera off." And so a little later in our conversation, he says, they thought I was doing something suspicious, and I said, "Well, I'm a reporter from Real News Tucson. It's an internet news station." He goes, "An internet news station? Well, now I'll tell you right now, that makes me a lot more suspicious of who you are. That doesn't help here any. That doesn't help." I said, "Are you what? Because I'm an internet news station, you would be a lot more suspicious of me?" That's interesting. That is interesting. After detaining me for a little bit of time, they told me to go on, and that's fine. I said, could I continue recording? And they said, yeah, that's fine. And thank you. Thanks for watching.
That's Chris Haskell reporting from Real News Tucson.
5 stars for Ron Paul.